Okay, right now.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Right.
Right. Now you are audible.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everybody. Honorable DO, sir, Somsekhar Sarma, sir, and our ex-DO, Sarojini Dev, madam, and resource persons, and coordinators. Good evening, all of you. Today, our session is the transaction of classroom. Okay, before going to the session, let me introduce myself first. This is K. Sudharani. Working as school assistant from ZPSS Co-Education Manguru. And one more thing I would like to say here, share with you. Here, I'm not here to instruct or teach you, but share my views and experiences, strategies and techniques that I follow in my classroom with you. At the same time, all the participants who are viewing this, you also have good opportunity. You can share this platform once I finish my session. And one more thing I would like to say you is, I'm not habituated to this Zoom session. This is the first session. So if there are any errors or mistakes, ignore them in my spell. Okay, once again, I thank you one and all. And before going to this topic,
Anna.
let us introspect ourselves once. At what standard our students' life, and whatever the future carries they may opt, and how is going to be their position in their respective fields, and what are the disadvantages that they have in our classrooms while learning communicating this language in all areas. And next one of all, okay, and beyond that, and we all know that we are well aware of the fact that the tremendous development in the field of science and technology, there is a lot of development in the communication areas, and the whole world has been amalgamating into a global village. And we now and then we come across many changes, and the whole world, as it is due to globalization, due to development in trends and literature and science and technology, genetics, space, all the whatnot, so many areas are there. And our student, whoever it may be, he or she, at school level, once he comes out of the school, whether he is able to manage his knowledge in all these areas to grasp the printed matter, or visual or audio visual communications, and we have to think over all these things. So we should keep all these things in our mind. And not only that, especially in our rural area, we know well where our students standards lie. Just before going to original topic, I would like to share these points also with you. As far as my class is concerned, here it is only interaction. I am not going to teach you or instead, please mind it. As far as my class is concerned, here, when students come and admitted in the 6th class, most of the students are not able to identify alphabet. And at the same time, some of the students are not able to at least write a few spellings of simple words, and they're not able to read sentences. And whoever that come to English medium, they are little better when compared to the students that are going to be admitted in Telugu medium session. Okay, we all know that generally active students, they wanted to join in English medium sessions. So it is somewhat better when it comes to English medium. There also the thing is, they are able to write words, simple words, dictation, and they are able to read sentences on their own. But their reading comprehension abilities are very poor. And once they come into our hands, it is our duty. A responsibility lies on the shoulders of English teachers, especially because every subject they read is in English, and they should be able to comprehend the material that is given in the textbooks. Once they come out of the high school stage, where they lie, whether they are able to write performers, or whether they are able to comprehend the material that is given in simple books, small simple articles, science articles, and whether they are able to understand the language spoken by guest lectures, all these things. We should have thorough observation over all those things. So to keeping all these things in my mind, I am following a few strategies in my class. I shall discuss about all those strategies and techniques at the end of this session. And let's come to the point. Everything here starts with the interaction. Without communication, there is no development. We can say without language, there is no development. Here, that is the only language is the only thing which makes difference between human beings and other animal kingdom on the surface of the earth. We are well aware of that. And here, so where does it start? The language, the interaction. So we can say interaction is the heart of the communication, and it is the heart of language learning. We all observe as a newborn baby, when it comes from womb to uterus to universe, it responds through its cry, through its shout. Here again, we can say that the communication is has two sides. One is meaning, and the another one is matter. Here, thought that we have in our mind, it is a abstract thing. It has no practical matter, but we express our thoughts, our meanings through words. These words are concrete. They take signals, sounds, symbols. With the help of these symbols, signals, and sounds, we communicate our thoughts or ideas in words or in sentences likewise. So the communication involves these two. These are the two sides of a coin, communication. So if there is any gap, either in the thought level or at the word level, that means the utterances, then there exists communication gap. So here, and at the same time, there are so many factors which contribute this communication and better communication between two persons, that is listener and speaker. Suppose if the speakers and listeners, the emotional level and geographical level and intellectual levels are different, then there will be poor communication. Suppose let us take one example, English. We're all English teachers. Here, communication goes better. But at the same time, if any astronaut comes and here take the class on the space research, we may not be able to understand it clearly. That is because of lack of words, lack of knowledge in that particular field. So that is the main point to be remembered by us. So here, how we have to interlink that point to our classroom means here, in our classroom also, we have students from different sections, different socio-economic background sections, and some students come from first generation, and sometimes they are orphans also. They don't have any accessibility, and some students they don't have any accessibility even to the TV or cell phones. So where can they gain these foreign language, at least in words or phrases? There is no chance at all for them. So keeping all these things in our mind, we should keep all these things in our mind when we deal the class. So here, in front of in our class, we have heterogeneous mixture of students coming from varied sections of the society. At the same time, their mother tongues are not also same. Some speak tribal language, and especially in our rural areas, and some speak Telugu, some speak Urdu. So divergent languages are there within our single session classroom, where we have to really, it has been becoming a challenging task for especially for the English teachers to deal with all these students, to make them better in communicating in all areas. Okay, apart from all these things, one more thing is I would like to say here is we are giving input, English language input, not just to make them soar high above the sky or just to grow down the earth, but in between the space and down the earth, there are many manifolds, there are many spheres there are many strata where the students have to interact with the public and with the society to get on themselves and to move on. So here they need, compulsorily they need this language. And one more thing here I would like to say, and when we go back to the previous, not audible. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. When we go back to the commissions such as Woods Dispatch or Mudaliar Commission, or and so many commissions, SEC Commission and Kota Commission, in all these things, English is well placed. But when just I would like to add the contemporary situation also to the, according to the new education policy, again, mother tongue has been given priority over the English language as a medium of instruction. And here, and again at the 6th class level, they have to, suppose if they are not at all interested to go to move further to higher sessions, here again they have a chance to opt for vocational courses. So where is the chance of learning English language at up to 6th class level if we implement mother tongue at that level? So here again automatically there is a chance of brooming so many private schools on par. Okay, it's not the point of discussion here. Let it be that. As it is our the importance of language, as I'm telling, I want to share with you this point also here. Next, let us come to the point. And we all know that this reading transaction of classroom, the main aim of classroom transaction is, am I audible? The main aim of a classroom transaction, English classroom transaction, is here to make our students active, and whatever the techniques, strategies and methods that we adapt in our classroom is to sustain the interest of the students, and also at the same time they should think out of the box, and at the same time whatever the activities that are designed, they should have collaborative work within the classroom. And for all these things, there should be friendly atmosphere and democratic atmosphere in our classroom. So I would like to share one more point here. And our English classroom should be democratic and friendly. This is what I strongly believe. We are shutting their mouths means we are shutting their brains. So we should never ask them to keep quiet in our classroom. That's the main point. And next, the second point is it should be friendly. Suppose if we are not friendly towards the students, they never come forward to share their experiences, and at the same time they never express their views or thoughts or whatever that comes into their mind, whether it may be mother tongue. Let them express it, and we can megaphone those expressions again later. So here, that is, these two factors should be kept in our mind. And next, let us come to the session, the English classroom transaction. We all know that according to the DOP method, here I shall have screen share of this reading slideshow. Okay, we all know, we are all very well aware of the DOP method, all the teachers, English teachers, and this discourse oriented pedagogy. And here, previously, we concentrated on transmitting the knowledge, but here it is the transaction of language skills. And this classroom transaction has mainly it has been divided into mainly 3 stages: reading, pre-reading, pre-reading, reading, and post-reading. Now, these are the different steps that are there in the transaction modules and the steps in each module. Now, let's go to the pre-reading. Here in this pre-reading, the main aim of pre-reading is here to sensitize the students' minds towards learning and to create friendly atmosphere in the classroom, and at the same time to make the students grasp the central idea that is given under reading A, part reading A. So here, as a trigger, we can use face sheets, photographs, news reports, visual clippings, questions, anecdotes, daily life experience, classroom experiences, and narratives also. In addition to that, we can use any other thing, just a minute activities or warm-up activities. There are so many warm-up activities. We can use, am I audible, sir? Okay. Okay, right. So all these are the different strategies that we can adapt in our classroom in the pre-reading session. And suppose if you take face sheets in each and every unit of all classes, right from 6th to 10, not only 6th to 10, being high school, I am saying so. In all units, there are face sheets in each unit, and we can collect photographs relevant to the topic, related to the topic. And at the same time, if there are any specific news that that correlates to our topic. We can get news reports also, and we can find visual clippings also, and we can ask within the classroom questions also to motivate the children to elicit their responses, and anecdotes also. Any we can give, suppose if there are any experiences in our life, we can share them, and at the same time daily life experiences from children's side and from as well as from teacher side. And classroom experiences, we have number of classroom experiences. And narratives also, we can say stories, suppose if it relates to our main topic under reading a session. These are here, I told you already that the main aim of this pre-reading is to make the students sensitized towards learning, and at the same time to create friendly atmosphere in the classroom, and also to make them psychologically ready towards learning the central idea that is given in the next coming reading part. And now let's move to the reading part. And now let's move to the reading part. The different microprocesses that are given under reading part here are specification of the reading passage, individual reading, collaborative reading, scaffold reading, reading comprehension, concept mapping, reading aloud by the teacher, reading aloud by the student, feedback from other learners as well as teacher. Now let's come to the first point, specification of the reading passage. Here, the passage which we are going to deal in the classroom, it should be specified. And under reading A, we have number of passages, and that has to be divided into slots. And this reading part and the vocabulary part together can be completed within 7 periods. That phase sheet 1 period. It depends upon the situation also. Sometimes depends on the situation, that we can change. Flexibility is there also, and we have to take 1 period for the phase sheet, and reading for reading session 4 periods. And this each reading passage that is given under A can be divided into 4 slots for our convenience. And next, we should ask children to read the passages individually, while asking at the same time we should ask them to underline the difficult words or phrases, any central idea that they are difficult to understand. We can ask them to underline all those things. And after giving after asking them to give 2 or 3 readings, then we should divide the students into groups, and we make them sit in groups, and each group should be should have all types of merit students. That means above average and below average students. Heterogeneous mixture should be there. And in collaborative reading, that is nothing but collaborative reading. And in this group reading, students interact among themselves, and students, those who are not able to understand, they grasp the meaning from the students who understood that. Likewise, exchange of interaction goes among the students. They exchange their views, ideas, meanings among themselves. And even then, there may be some phrases or words that are some ideas that they could not, even then they may not be able to understand. Then we give glossary, and we support them. We acting as a facilitator. We help the students to understand the reading material. And after that, we can, whether the student is able to understand the passage given under the reading, we can ask questions, and by eliciting responses from the students, we come to an idea that how far they rate, where their level is, how many students are able to understand, how many students are not able to understand, and what techniques again we have to adapt to those students to make them understood better. In this way, we can go. And after making it thoroughly, we can ask the students to map, we can go for concept mapping. In concept mapping, we can give ideas, and that are given in the central idea that is given in the writing passage in that particular slot only. And we can ask the students to write relevant vocabulary or relevant ideas that are interconnected to the central idea given in that. Likewise, the students here also, they do group work, and they do a lot of work. Actually, they put effort to complete that concept mapping also. It becomes very clear to them. When compared to the initial level, their progress is towards forward only. And next, after that step, we have to read the passage aloud. Here, why? Because students, all students may not be able to pronounce the words correctly with proper stress and intonation and with proper pause. So we should give our model reading. And next, we can allow our students to read it aloud, read the passage given there aloud. And while making them read aloud, other students observe. And after making our students read the passage aloud, we can give feedback, and this feedback can be from teacher and also as well as from other learners. So in this way we go for the reading session. And next, let us observe post reading. Here in the post reading session, we have discourses have been given in each unit, and these discourses we are going to deal about these discourses in the later session by our RPs. And you all well aware of the discourses. I need not tell again about the discourse. What type of discourses do we have in our English lessons? Okay, you are well aware. All types of discourses are there. And once the student is asked to construct the discourse, we have to edit that particular discourse. And this editing again, we teacher acting as a facilitator, and as well as we can elicit responses from other students also within the group. Next, transaction of textual exercise such as study skills and project works are there, and these also there are study skills and project works in each unit, and these will be dealt in the later sessions. And interaction and extensive reading, and reading material that is given under B section and the C section are nothing but extensive, meant for extensive reading. We need not give in detail explanation for those topics. And in some units there are poems, and that is nothing but supplementary material. And one more thing I would like to add here is here in each unit we have workbook, supplementary material, and main reader, all put in together, and a gradual thematic expansion level. Okay, we have these are the various steps that are there under the classroom transaction. Now I would like to give a few examples. How do we transact this English class in our classrooms? I have taken this humor. How you caught it? You know, all of you. That is from The Snake and the Mirror, 9th class. And here we have a roaring lion as a face sheet in the first unit. In addition to this roaring lion, we can add a few more pictures, a few more photographs of the different animals which look into mirror, and how do they feel when they look at the mirror at themselves. We can ask the students number of questions, such as, let us take one example, lion. We can ask the students to look at that picture, roaring lion. What do you see in that picture? They will say lion. Then what is it doing? It is roaring. And what are the other things that you see in the picture? They say a well. Is it a forest or a desert? They'll say forest, because there are number of trees. And is there water in the well? We can ask. And they observe it. Yes, there is water. Without water, there will be no image. No, they have that idea. So there is water in the well. Then why is it roaring? We can ask that question. So it is thinking that the animal in the well is another animal. It doesn't know that it's an image of itself. So it is roaring at it. And at the same time, what type of expression do you see? Anger, terrific. Okay. And next, let's come to the next picture. What do you see in that picture? Monkey. They'll say, what is monkey doing? It is looking into the mirror at itself. And what type of expression do you see in that monkey's face? It is admiring its own. Likewise, and we can go for the dog. What do you see there? Dogs. How many dogs are there? You can ask in that way also. Some of the students may say 2 dogs are there, without without having any idea about the mirror there. So some may say 1 dog is there. Likewise, in the same way that applies to hens also. In this way, we can ask number of questions. Here, when to come into chimpanzee, What do you see here? Chimpanzee. What is it doing? Just it is putting some sticker on its forehead, imitating it. That is nothing but imitation. Okay, like the expressions that they have in their faces. So likewise, by suppose if we show this face sheet in our class, it takes nearly 1 hour, 1 period. It takes nearly 1 period. Why? Because here we ask questions, we elicit responses from the students, and we write all those responses on the blackboard that are relevant to the topic. And at the same time, we can ask them, we can ask students to frame phrases or sentences basing on this. And finally, we can ask the students to describe the picture. In this way also, we can ask them. So it is nearly for 1 period session. In this way, we can carry out. Just for example, I have chosen this. And next, this is about a pre-reading session. That means here in the pre-reading session, people get sensitized towards learning and get the friendly atmosphere will be there in the class in the pre-reading session, and they are psychologically tuned to the next session, that is a reading session. So the next we shall move to the reading session. Here under reading, uh, just for here as an example, I have taken slot 1. Just has a snake ever coiled itself around any part of your body, like from there to the last. We should, and we stood the lamp and a large mirror. A small comb lay beside the mirror. This is the slot I have taken here just to translate this element in this class. Under reading, we first ask our students to read it individually. First 1 passage, next 2 passages, not at the, and likewise 3rd passage, 4th passage, 5th passage. And we ask students to underline the difficult words and also different tough phrases. And suppose if there is the central idea of any sentence is not well known to them, we can ask them, not familiar, actually they are not familiar with this. So we can ask them, students, to underline all those things. And now we can later we divide them into groups, and in groups again they discuss among themselves, they interact among themselves, and they get some clarity. And after that, we can ask the students, we can give support as a facilitator, we can provide glossary, and we can elicit responses from the students by asking questions also to get familiar with the passages. Just for example, let us have a look at that picture. And what do you see in that picture? A man. What are the other things that you see in the picture? A coat. And they don't know what to say about that white. We can give that word best. And at the same time, mirror, they know. Comb, they know. Lamp, they know. Table, they know. Book, they know. Window, sky, and room. And suppose if it is, if we make it clear that roof also, some of the students will be able to say that is a tile roof. And here the words that they are not able to grasp are a gable roof, and gable roof on which is supporting rested on the beam over the wall. Beam and gable, we can supply those words, and we can explain, we can show those by marking with the pen. These are tiles, these are beams, and these are gables. Well, likewise, we can show them within the picture itself, there itself. And likewise, and here one more thing, we can make our class active by making asking our students to underline the adjectives given there. Here we need not give definition of adjective, just by giving an example. Look at that, it's a blackboard. Black is an adjective in that word blackboard. And bulky book, here bulky is an adjective. By providing a few more examples, students grasp the idea of adjective, what an adjective is, and they are with utmost interest they underline all adjectives given in there. And as here, while narrating his experiences, the narrator he used number of adjectives are there. So it's a good example for the descriptive discourse also, because description of any thing, for any picture or any particular object, they need a lot of adjectives. So they should have a rich bank of adjectives in their mind. Will be helpful to Sir, am I audible? Okay. So they need they need a lot of adjectives in their further progress while they progress further. Okay, here in this way we can elicit responses from the students and make them familiar with the passages given there. And after that, we can ask the students. The sound is. After that, we can ask the students to frame concepts or to frame concepts and add relevant ideas or relevant words or phrases that are there in the given passage, and that is nothing but concept mapping. And we are giving our reading, model reading also. They give their reading and we correct their pronunciation here and there. In this way we proceed. And here for the slot one, the time allotted is 1 period. Just for example, I have taken this one slot only. Then we shall move for the next session. Concept mapping. Here we can give central idea, picture, room, man, and what type of what are the different things that you observe in the picture. Students pick up phrases, words, phrases, and they write in their sheets or work in their notes. At the same time, room. Is there by asking questions, is there any electricity? Why there is no electricity? Because it's a poor and he cannot afford. And the man, how is the man in the room? And basing on his um, basing on the condition of his we can ask what type of season is it? It's a summer season. How can you say? Because he take off his shirt and vest and hang them up on the wall. And can you say is he illiterate or an illiterate person? Literate person. How can you say he is reading a book? And how is it? Is it a bulky or thin, bulky book? That means he belongs to some profession from there, either doctor or lawyer, likewise. Doctor profession. As they have gone through the passages, they can say that he is a doctor. Likewise. So in this way, we can ask students to draw concept mapping. And later we can ask our students to describe this concept mapping. Either it may be done individually or in groups. That means within the group, they can interact among themselves and one of the students from the group can come forward and describe the concept mapping. And after that, we can edit the errors. Okay, in this way, we can carry out concept mapping. Now let us move to the next one, the post-reading session. Here, the whatever the activities that I have given here in the post-reading session are confined only to the slot 1. Basing on slot 1 only, I have given this exercise. And here we can ask the students to underline phrasal verbs that are there in the passage. And at the same time, we can give exercise basing on vocabulary. We can add a few more questions under this basing on the passages given in the slot 1. And there are linkers also in the reading passage, such as if, but, when, and adjectives. So many adjectives are there, and adverbs are there. And just by they come to clear picture once we introduce these adjectives, and we ask them to underline those adjectives in the reading passage. At the same time, linkers in our daily conversation, and while interacting with the children, we can use these linkers as if, but, when. They get familiarized with these linkers also. And adverbs also like that. Attentively, students listen attentively. We can ask students. Thereby, in this way, we can we can make students get familiarized with the adverb. We need not give any definition of the adverb here. Run fast, walk slowly. Likewise, by giving a few more examples, they understood what an adverb is, how to identify it, and how to use it. Okay, then let's move to the next part. This is the this post-reading session. In this, we have all these activities: grammar, writing, study skills, listening, extensive reading, and project works. But we cannot carry out all these things within one period. And up to there, and all these are the activities that are to be carried out in the later sessions. Okay, this is all about how we transact our classroom teaching, English classroom teaching. And finally, okay, now come to video. Finally, okay, these are the different steps that are involved in the transaction of classroom. We all well aware of all those things, and yeah, about each heading again, it will be dealt in the later sessions, coming sessions by our RPs, and it's a generalized, just to get generalized idea. I have taken this topic, and next, finally, I would like to conclude this session by sharing my strategies and techniques that I follow in my classroom. Actually, when students, let us take sixth class, I show interest to take class sixth only instead of taking 10th class. Why? Because at sixth class level, we can lay foundation. And suppose if we take directly 10th class, we don't know this. I feel somewhat difficult to bring the level of students. My next one more thing here, my main idea or concept is not to make the students get passed in the exams, at least to enrich among themselves in all these four language areas. So I show interest to take basic classes only, sixth and seventh. When I take sixth, in sixth class, what I do is I divide the students into groups, because most of the students, especially in rural areas, they are not able to identify alphabet. So I divide them into alphabet group, word group, phrases group, and sentence group, like by four groups basically. And the students, those who come regularly, they do well, but we are helpless with the students, those who are irregular to our class, irregular attendance. So those students who come regularly, here I pay individual attention on each and every student. And suppose if I make them learn ABCD, and what is their level tomorrow, and next day, likewise, one after one after one after. And seventh class also, some students may not be able to read even they come to seventh class. Of course, 5% of students will be there in all of our classes. So here, what I do with those students is again making them learn those alphabet only. Okay, next, coming to phrases, gradually there will be gradual development among the students, and phrases group turn into sentence group. And at the same time, next, one more thing, we should not neglect the four areas: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Listening, when it comes to listening, how do we improve listening skills among the students? Means interaction is the heart of making students listen actively. Listening passages are given there. Not only listening passages, whatever the transaction that goes in the class comes under listening only. They listen number of instructions in a classroom, and number of words that come out of the teacher or the students among themselves. And likewise, listening goes on. And speaking, at sixth class level, we can give a few more exercises like conversations, role plays, and for under speaking skills, role plays and conversations work best, and playlists also. We can make our students do these drama activities that are woven under place, that are woven around the place in our classroom. We have hero lesson in our seventh class. It can be best performed by our students if we guide the students. And here, one more thing I would like to say is they never do themselves, because they are sixth and seventh students. We have to give them framed stretches and made speeches, and introducing. Suppose let us take one example: introducing themselves under speaking. We should give framed sentences to them, introducing themselves. Likewise, each and every student should be able to introduce themselves, and at the same time introducing their friends. Suppose if one student learns introducing their friends, other students also grasp that idea, and they get habituated to that, introducing other friends also. Likewise, at that stage, unknowingly we are introducing pronouns, of all forms: subjective, objective, reflexive, and possessive pronouns, through only through this introduction, introducing themselves and introducing their friends. Likewise, classroom description, and the school of familiar topics such as tree, school, library, laboratory, and their home, mother, father, sister. Likewise, we can provide number of objects or likewise live experiences to the students. to improve listening skill among them, speaking skill, listening and speaking skills. And when it comes to reading, posters, magazines or newspapers, simple and generally diagrammatic pictures will pictorial stories are there. We can ask students to read those pictorial stories, and we have in our libraries also all those things. So in this way we can improve, we can enhance these skills among the students, speaking and when it comes to writing, it is a little bit a complicated skill when compared to listening, speaking and reading. So here well-framed structures and organized sequential organization of these ideas, all those things are there in the idea, in this written form. And for that we have varied discourses also. All those discourses are given in our textbooks. Okay. And in not only within the textbook, the whatever that is given within the textbook, we should ask the students to think out of the box also. We should motivate our children to read newspapers and watch programs that come on TV, cartoon shows, and they are very active to pick up phrases and sentences when they watch on TV, these cartoon shows that come in English. And at the same time, we can ask to read pictorial books, and we can ask students to catch the vocabulary. And at the same time, we can ask them to look the words up in the dictionary, and we should help them to use those words, vocabulary items daily in their daily life experiences. And now and then we can conduct vocabulary quiz, and now and then we can ask the students to deliver speeches, and they should be given merit speeches. And here the main thing that I have in my mind is, we are giving as much as vocabulary through these maths and through these made speeches, through these discourses such as interviews, conversations. So once they come to 9th and 10th classes, automatically they have their minds are repository of adjectives, and they have good knowledge over vocabulary and grammar session. So they start using their own sentences. They start when they come to 9th and 10th classes, they start speaking, and they try to put their ideas in spoken form, and they try to extract the information that is not familiar to them, that is out of the textbook material. In this way we can develop students all this, we can develop all these 4 skills among the students. Okay, these are the techniques that I follow in my, and I have some videos also uploaded in YouTube. And if you want to watch, you can watch the Sudha Hilaro. That is my YouTube channel. What are different activities that are being performed by our students in our class. And actually we do these activities with our team effort. We 6 members are there in our school. We carry out all these activities with the team effort only. And likewise, the team effort should be there. So next, one more thing. Finally, okay, if suppose if any doubt is there, okay, sir. Hand raised, sir.
Okay.
Sir, okay, I concluded the session, sir. Now it's given to the participants. The session is for participants. They can interact. We can interact among ourselves, sir.
Okay. Any participants, please raise your hand to. If you raise your hand, I will unmute you. Okay, because somebody raised a hand, I am unmuting them. So these people can ask your doubts.
Sir.
Okay, Lalita garu. Okay, you speak on, madam.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. It is very
Who is speaking? Rajini or?
Rajini, sir. Thank you, madam, for your wonderful session about classroom transactions. You are clear. You explained very well, ma'am, regarding reading, pre-reading, pre-reading, reading, and post-reading. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody? Sabita Sanja, madam.
Sir.
Okay. Madam, you can speak on.
Yeah, good explanation by the madam. It's very useful. Madam, congratulations.
Sudha madam can respond.
Respond అయినగానే
Sudha madam can respond. Vanita madam, you can talk.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. On this occasion, I would like to appreciate Sudharani madam, who has taken the initiative. Very nice, madam. I am very happy you have taken the initiative. And there will be some negative comments. Please don't mind. Go forward ahead with a positive attitude. This is what we can expect from everyone. I congratulate Sudharani madam. Thank you, sir.
Okay, next, Ramadev madam.
Sir,
Ramadev madam, you can speak.
madam, good evening, madam. Very excellent class, madam. It is very useful to us. My doubt is that there is no need to explain or teach to the students about grammar, madam. Hello?
Sudharani madam, please respond.
Madam, my doubt is that there is no need to explain grammar, madam, to students.
Yeah. Hi, am I audible?
Yeah. Now you are
Am I audible, sir? Okay. Yes, ma'am. There is no need to explain grammar, madam, here. Actually, we need not give any definitions.
Madam, your voice is not. There is no voice, madam. Madam,
Sudha madam, please
there
check
is
your
no
voice.
sound.
Okay. Audible. Sound.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now.
Here. Yes, we need to explain grammar.
Madam, somewhat disturbance.
స్పీకర్ కొద్దిగా దగ్గర పెట్టుకోండి మేడం. స్పీకర్ కొద్దిగా దగ్గర పెట్టుకోండి.
Madam, there is no sound.
మేడం, ఇయర్ ఫోన్స్ స్పీకర్ కొద్దిగా దగ్గర పెట్టుకోండి. ఇందాక బ్రహ్మాండంగా వచ్చింది. నో నాట్ ఆడిబుల్. నాట్ ఆడిబుల్ మేడం. మేడం ఏం వాయిస్ రావట్లేదు.
Am I audible, sir, now?
Yeah, now.
Okay. Ma'am, here we needn't explain any particular grammar item, ma'am. We need not give any definitions of that. But a student, when he comes to 10th class, he has to answer exercise given under grammar and vocabulary. There he should have the knowledge of identifying adjectives, adverbs, whatever, different parts of speech. And at the same time, phrasal verbs, all those things. So here, while transacting these reading passages in our classroom, there itself we have to make students well aware of all those things in our classroom. So we need sometimes what we are facing now, most of the teachers in 10th class, really it's a Herculean task to make our students familiar with all those things for coming session. So right from the beginning at 6th class itself, while reading the passage, we can ask the students to get familiar with all those things. So no specification of grammar here. It is not being done in isolation. Along with the while translating the passage itself, there itself we can make students well aware of all those things. Is it clear, madam?
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Okay.
Ma'am, one time, madam.
Next, Galaxy A30. Somebody is there. Okay. So one important thing you have to remember while in the online class, you are logging in the Zoom. So you can rename yourself. You click on the participants. So your name will be appeared at the first place. So first name will be yours. Then you just right click on your name. You get the option to rename. So you write your name. Then it will be very useful to understand for everybody, because there are 4 numbers like a Galaxy A30 or Realme, like that. It will not be okay. So from tomorrow onwards, you please follow this. Okay. If anybody wants to interact with the madam, you can. Somebody raise your hand. Shall I unmute them? Brahmachari sir, Sunita madam. Sunita madam, Brahmachari sir.
Good evening all. Good evening Siddharani.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Madam.
Good evening, ma'am.
Madam Sudha, madam, good evening.
madam,
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
One after one.
ma'am.
Let Brahmachari sir talk. Okay, Brahmachari sir, you can carry on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving the kind opportunity. First of all, good evening, madam.
Good evening, sir.
Very useful session, ma'am. In this.
Thank you, sir.
My doubt or what it may be, in reading activity, you mentioned scaffold reading, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, sir. Scaffold reading, sir.
Could you please explain briefly what activities we take in the class in this way?
Under scaffold reading, sir.
Yes,
Okay. Here in scaffold reading, we act as facilitators, sir. And after group reading, after collaborative reading, still some students, most of the students, if they are not able to understand or grasp the central idea, we support them by putting questions on the relating to the central idea, sir. At the same time, we provide glossary. Glossary can be given as a supporting material, and at the same time, by asking questions, we elicit responses from the students relating to that particular reading passage.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
Okay, next Sunita madam, please ask. Please start.
Sir, good evening, sir. Naresh Shekhar, sir. And good evening, Sudha, madam.
Good evening, Sunita, ma'am.
Very nice presentation, madam. I have listened through from starting to ending. It is very useful. And we are following the same procedures during interaction with the students.
Okay, thank
Even
you,
from
ma'am.
the beginning, 6th class students to
Mm.
10th class. For 10th class,
Yeah, yeah. Ma'am, not audible.
nice to hear to you, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Mm.
Adilakshmi, madam. M. Adilakshmi garu.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Sir,
Ah,
can
madam.
you?
Okay, okay. You can speak. You can speak.
Okay, okay. Good evening to all able and responsible English teachers. I am very
Okay.
happy that very happy, ma'am, to have this session
Okay.
in this pandemic period. I am very happy that I was communicating with all my society, means my teachers. Sudha madam,
Thank
I
you.
know you
Okay,
very
ma'am.
well. This is Alexandra madam. Very interesting session, madam.
Okay.
Very good start. And I don't have any doubt, madam, because just we are listening, but doubts we have doubts in class only while handling our class. And
Yes.
very good start, madam. And thank you for
Thank
having this session, sir. This type of training classes while we are sitting at home. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And Sudharani, madam, thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, welcome, ma'am. Thank.
Lurth Mary garu. Lurth Mary garu. Okay. J. Venkateswara garu.
Hello,
Okay, okay.
madam. Good
Okay, sir.
evening, madam.
Good evening, sir.
Madam.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I have no doubts, madam. Already we are following all the steps regarding classroom transaction, madam.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, madam. Your class is very nice, madam.
Okay,
Thank
welcome,
you,
sir.
madam.
Welcome, sir.
Next, Bhukya Aruna garu. Aruna garu. Bhukya Aruna garu. Oh, somebody sharing the screen, please. Aruna garu. Okay. Next, somebody logged in with the phone number 59E2. Who is this? 59E247A2. Tabitha madam, do you want to speak something?
మాట్లాడు దీంట్లో హలో సుధారాణి మేడం
Ah, ma'am. Tabitha, ma'am. You should be here. You should be here, ma'am. Actually, you haven't come forward, and I have to take this session instead of you.
really good and useful for us
Okay,
in the
okay.
classroom
Thank
session.
you. Thank you, ma'am.
While transacting with the students, all these steps are very, very useful and essential.
Yes.
My doubt is, madam,
Okay,
for
ma'am.
our students, is it not necessary to give some foundation in the grammar? If I agree with you, totally I agree
Okay,
with you.
okay.
Our system is not to give grammar to the students. I totally agree with that. But where the classroom is a totally English medium atmosphere, it's not useful because they'll be habituated to use the language very well. But whereas in our schools, it's not possible for them to identify. What I mean to say is my opinion. It's not
Okay.
everybody's
Okay.
opinion.
Okay.
Can't we give some introduction of grammar to the students? If we are interested, if we are able enough, if you are
Okay.
interested.
If you are interested, you can go with that, ma'am. Actually, what I observe in my classes means I have been teaching English for nearly 18 years. And here, actual difficult lies. I went on giving
definitions, number of exercise, and noun, pronoun, adjectives, adverbs, likewise tenses, direct, indirect speeches separately. But what I observe, finally, what I observed of all these activities is only a few students are able to have knowledge over all those things. Most of the students are not able to catch it up. So I changed my methods. Before this DOP method itself, I changed my methods. And most of the students, suppose let us take only.
Results, madam?
Yes, ma'am. Most of, and but the key point here is they should be regular to the school.
Yeah.
Only students.
All the
only
English teachers. English teachers should use English as
yes,
the source.
Yes, English teacher. Yes, English teacher is the rich source here. So
that's why English teachers should equipped with a good language and use in the reachable to the students.
Yes, he should be reachable
if
to the
the
students.
Conditions are like that, vague grammar is not necessary.
Yes.
I don't say that vaguely giving what is that definitions and all.
How
to apply them in
how
the
to
regular, applicable.
Okay, ma'am. I got your idea. Here, just one example, ma'am. In this, the snake and the mirror, we have number of adjectives, and one compound adjective is also there.
Can't we give definition and usages and number of examples of adjectives there?
No need of giving definitions there, ma'am. Just they have to got the idea. Suppose just by giving sentences, we can ask them to underline the adjectives. And to get that idea adjective, before that, we can give a few examples. With using classroom itself. Classroom is the best live situation where we can translate these elements and we can make them reach to students. We can make them reach our students. And just making students look at the moving fan, blackboard, and thin book, black book, long notes, plastic chair, wooden tables, whiteboard, white ceiling, a huge wall, garden, so many adjectives, it's a rich repository. So here, only one thing I would like to share with here, ma'am, is on par with that, we have to improve ourselves thoroughly. Each and every English teacher should be a learner always till he gets retirement, or not only beyond that also till his last breath of life.
Yes.
I
appreciate your efforts, madam. Your presentation is good. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. Okay, welcome, ma'am.
I request one resource person from Khammam, Sheikh Mera Hussain. Of course, he belongs to Manuguru, that means our Bhadradri district. But now as he is staying in Manuguru, Khammam, we have to consider him as Khammam local. But so, Mera Hussain sir, please. Mera Hussain sir, please unmute yourself and please speak. Okay, I not responding. So Dastagiri sir. Dastagiri sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you please conclude.
Okay, madam. Sudharani madam, your presentation is excellent and very useful to us. All English teachers are very happy. Now I request Sankranti Ravi. Sankranti Ravi is online. He has to sum up the madam's class transactions, classroom transactions. Just brief 1-2 minutes. I request Sankranti Ravi sir, please online. Ravi Kumar sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. This is Ravi Sankranti from Khammam. I feel privileged to have entry into the online training sessions of Bhadradri Kottagudem. I have followed all the transaction procedure that was given to us by Srimati Sudha Garu. She has done very well. And here I would like to say something about grammar. Grammar teaching is not at all discouraged, actually. It is discouraged only the way that we use it to teach. I'll just like to add the point. It is a simple thing to understand here is, we use it to teach grammar from part to whole. But now we are instructed to, am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yes.
So nowadays in this DOP, we are instructed to go from whole to part. Okay, so from the reading input or whatever the comprehensible input that is given to us, making use of it or exploiting it, we have to make our children and we have to sensitize them towards learning grammar on their own. And teachers, as we have already told, we are facilitators. And I would like to congratulate Sudha ma'am for her excellent explanation and explanation of the transaction procedure in the classroom. And she has once again reminded us of all the procedure. And I also feel very happy about the teachers that have taken, around 222 teachers have taken part. And I also would like to congratulate Nagaraj Shekhar sir and others also for making this one a very successful one. And I feel honored on my entry into this one. Thank you very much, sir. And I just hand it over to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ravi Kumar sir.
Okay, Ravi Kumar sir, thank you. Next, Dastagir sir. Dastagir sir. Okay, Balu Nayak sir, please speak. Balu Nayak sir.
Sir.
Okay, you speak, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you for giving this opportunity, sir. Good evening to everyone. I'm very happy to be here. First time in online Zoom meeting class for English. Sir, a small quotation. Madam, Sudharani madam.
Sir.
Madam.
Sir. Good evening, sir.
Madam, good evening, madam. We are very happy to be here, madam, with your session, and we also learn from you in so many trainings.
Okay.
Madam, actually, always I told at my mandal level also, we can learn Telugu. We can business only part of Telugu states, AP or Telangana. We can learn Hindi. We can business only part of the India or some countries. But we can learn English. We can business any part of the world.
Yes.
That is my, madam.
Yes, sir.
Madam?
Yes, sir.
Madam.
That's why we call it global language.
Yes, madam.
That's why we call it global language. Yes, sir.
Madam, one question, madam.
Yes,
Small,
sir.
can we use a trigger at our slot face sheet, madam?
Yes, sir.
I think I'm missing.
Face sheet.
It is missing in process, the transaction of classroom transaction.
No, sir. Face sheet itself is a trigger. Trigger is nothing but the device or the picture or the face sheet that we use to motivate the children towards learning, making them readiness towards learning, sir. The face sheet itself, I have given under pre-reading, sir. All the items that are given under pre-reading act as triggers. Yes.
Madam, so sir, okay, madam. Thank you. We can encourage children to participate in the classroom situation through asking questions. I mean,
Yes, sir.
consult my knowledge.
Yes, sir. Asking questions also. That is also given there.
So that is a good opportunity to the students.
Yes, sir. We can give just a minute activities also at the beginning of the session in pre-reading session. There are so many activities are there, sir. Warm-up activities are there.
Okay, Nagaraj
It is-
sir, thank you, sir, and Dastagiri sir, thank you very much giving this opportunity, and Sudha madam, madam, we are very happy with your class session, madam. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Balu sir.
Balu sir, thank you. Okay. Next, I request Dastagiri sir to conclude this because time is up.
Nagaraj Shekhar sir,
Okay. Sir,
tomorrow, B. Tauria sir is ready to take class
okay.
at 5 p.m. His teaching topic is major discourses. So friends, all English teachers and other friends, please join with Zoom meeting trainings and get some knowledge and share this knowledge to our classroom situation students in classroom. Okay. I again thanks to our education department, DO sir, newly joined DO sir, and AC Assistant Commissioner sir, Rajeshwara Rao sir, and technical supporter and all-round coordinator Nagaraj Shekhar sir, and all other dignitaries in who are participated in our online classes, especially and ex Madam DO Sarojini Madam also. She went on leave, medical leave, and all our friends, please and give the opportunity. My request is, Nagaraj Shekhar sir, give the opportunity to all the teachers to speak their doubts. Okay, sir. And session close చేస్తున్నా సార్.
Okay.
మేడం గారు థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dastagiri sir. Thank you, sir.
సెషన్ క్లోజ్ చేస్తుండ్రా సార్.
Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you all of you for participating, but it's not one day participation, so please be participate every day with the same
Okay.
enthusiasm, and all resource persons give you valuable inputs so that we can enrich our subject, which will be helpful to our students. So thank you all of you. Thank you, and yes, I am closing the session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nagaraj Shekhar sir.
Thank you.